Hello, this is Rob Hamilton from Soul Canyon Training and Development, here to give you some more information about our products that we offer. And today I am very, very happy to tell you about Financially Speaking, Keys to Unlocking the Language of Business. Now, this particular program is near and dear to my heart for a number of reasons. Might sound strange to some of you to get all excited about a financial training topic, but one reason it is because this was actually the very first program that we put together and presented to Pryor Learning Solutions, and they accepted it into their catalog. And for about 3 years now, a little over 3 years actually, we've been selling this great, and we've got a lot of support from trainers, and so it's been playing very, very well out there in the market. The other reason that I have a lot of affinity for this topic and this program and this product is this information right here is actually how I got started in training. Now, some of you know that, but even before I met Mary, I lived in Austin, Texas, and I started my own training company after leaving Dell in 2002, Soul Canyon Training and Development. But prior to that, I had about a 20-year career being a finance guy, working for big companies like Kodak and Dell and Ford Motor as a finance guy. But I was never what I call an ivory tower or a corporate finance guy. I was always a guy that ran the financial departments of operating organizations like manufacturing, like sales and marketing, like worldwide procurement or purchasing. I was the finance guy that helped and approve and make the financial decisions in those organizations and had staffs of people that helped put financial eyes on key things like, should we spend millions of dollars on new manufacturing equipment? How should we price this product? What's the break even of lowering the price of our product in order to increase market share? So all sorts of decisions. And what I found from working in those operating organizations when I first started doing it actually is that a lot of sales and marketing people, a lot of product design people, manufacturing people are really good at what they do, but they're not really good at making financial decisions because they don't understand financial concepts. They see financial people as abominable no people, barriers to get by. Just tell me the right numbers to put in the right boxes in order to get this budget done or in order to make this financial decision. So my hypothesis early on is that operating people and folks that did those jobs would be much less intimidated and much less, how should I say it? Much less hard to get along with if they understood financial concepts a little better and were less intimidated by that type of information. So I started putting training material together to try to explain how all this stuff worked. And it evolved and it morphed, and it's basically over 25 years now turned in to this product, Financially Speaking, Keys to Unlocking the Language of Business. I think if you roll up your sleeves and get into this topic, you're going to like it yourself, but you're going to see great opportunities for the topics you teach to integrate this, to try to relieve people's stress when it comes to dealing with this type of information. So I'm going to tell you that the types of topics that this program will deal really well in are, of course, any of the finance and accounting topics like finance and accounting for non-financial people, reading and understanding financial statements, how to develop and administer a budget. It's an obvious fit for those types of things because oftentimes a lot of people come to those topics knowing absolutely nothing about it, expecting to be geniuses at the end of a 6-hour seminar. We all know how that works, right? But really needing to walk out with something that they can practice with, work with, and this can be a great anchor resource for the packages that you offer in those types of topics, of course. But also, managers and supervisors most of the time need to understand financial concepts. Why? Because they read budgets, they have to perform to budgets, they have to build budgets often, they sometimes have to make financial decisions, pricing decisions, and understanding this information will help them with all of that. Obviously, people that come to QuickBooks training when they want to learn that accounting software, they need to understand financial concepts because I'm going to tell you, very often people that are doing bookkeeping work with QuickBooks, whether they're small business owners or people that might actually even be bookkeepers, generally don't have great knowledge of the higher level financial concepts, even the structure of debits and credits and how those work, and they really need that information. So this is a great resource to offer with QuickBooks. And I'm also going to tell you that a lot of people come to the Excel training courses and the Access training courses needing to have better financial information because they're using those tools to make financial decisions or to understand financial information. So those are the topics I think that Financially Speaking is best positioned in. Let me tell you a little bit more about the program. It's a DVD and it has a downloadable workbook. So we walk through the basic subject areas with what I call a very nice printable PDF workbook that you can print as many times as you want, but I call it a connect the dots workbook because not only does it explain the concepts, but you really get in there and work. It is a workbook where you do calculations, you connect things with each other, you see how things add up, and it's wonderful to see the light bulbs coming on as people work through the examples and work through that workbook. The overall structure of the program goes like this. We spend the first segment talking about terminology and concepts, things like accrual versus cash accounting, generally accepted accounting principles, materiality, what's revenue, what are costs, what are the balance sheet elements, stuff like that. So we spend a good amount of time just getting a financial glossary of terms so people can understand what this language is as we're speaking it. Once we've done that, we bring that glossary into context within the framework of the three basic financial statements: the balance sheet, the income statement, and the cash flow statement. Once we've done that, we show how you can pull numbers out of those key statements in order to determine how well the organization's doing. And this is geared not only to for-profit departments, organizations, or companies, it's also geared and uses language that helps nonprofits and government agencies apply the same concepts to the way they use them and the way they speak the language. So all of those things come into context within the framework, not only the financial statements, but how to pull key numbers out of those so that you can calculate ratios and see how your profitability is doing. Do basic financial analysis to make financial decisions using net present value and internal rate of return, how to do a break-even analysis. All of that stuff is in the third segment. Finally, in the fourth segment, we talk about financial process. And what this is all about is during an accounting period, money comes in, money goes out, debits, credits, all of that stuff. Close the books, produce the financial statements, explain the variances, extend the forecast, build a budget, build a long-range financial plan or financial or strategic plan. And this particular aspect of how you integrate those activities and how you most optimally do those things is explained and discussed in that fourth segment. The key selling points, I think, of this program, based on feedback I'm getting from people that have picked it up, are its simplified concepts and plain language. I don't use financial geekanese. I do bridge concepts to some financial terminology, but I always bring it back to plain language so non-financial people can understand it. Everything we do from the standpoint of explaining the different elements of the statements is all integrated and logical. So I show the way things connect with each other through what I call the Connect the Dots workbook. So as people are working through calculating certain elements of the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement, we see how those numbers come to be as a result of making financial decisions and doing financial things in the business, but also how they connect with each other and flow between those statements. Finally, we do some really fun, concrete examples. For example, here's one. When we talk about accrual accounting versus cash accounting, we bring that within the context of running Missy's Lemonade Stand up in Kodiak, Alaska. When we talk about product costing, we bring up the example of a bicycle manufacturing company that makes kids' bikes, street bikes, and mountain bikes. When we talk about the broad concept of break-even, that is at the point in an operating period where your total revenue equals your total cost and now you're making money. We do that very graphically around very specific concrete examples. So very, very easy to understand. Now, I'm going to tell you that you're probably going to have some questions once you go through this product. If you do have questions, I am very available and will make myself available. Best way to work back and forth with me is via email, so there's my email address. But I also take phone calls, so if you're going through the product and you have questions about it, please give me a call. There's my phone number right there on the screen. I'm also going to tell you that I have video clips of this program available out on YouTube. If you go out to YouTube and search for Rob Hambleton, Hambleton, you'll find my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it, and there are examples of the Financially Speaking product out there. And then finally, I have key segments of the Financially Speaking product available on Training Rewards. So if you go out to Training Rewards and you search for Financially Speaking, you'll see the modules out there, and you can go through them, integrate them. Feel free to take those videos, put them in, show segments of them, show all of them, whatever you want to do. I think if you do that, you're going to increase the power of your content, however it's organized in whatever topic, but you're also going to see that Financially Speaking can be used very, very strategically as an anchor product to pull through your packs because of the power and the strength of the product itself. Now, I just want to thank you for taking the time not only to watch this video, but I do appreciate your support for Financially Speaking, Unlocking the Language of Business. I do appreciate the relationship we have with Pryor Learning Solutions and all of you trainers, and I want to wish you good luck. Of course, out there on the road, be safe, have fun, and good luck in all you do, and please let me know if you have any questions. Take care, and until next time, this is Rob Hambleton from Soul Canyon Training and Development.